What you're about to hear could be the most important podcast ever created. But probably not. Welcome. It's the Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
We're like, gotta be extra careful, you know, like that, like
But wouldn't
maybe.
the second layer, wouldn't that just slide right off?
I don't think it necessarily does that, but I think they don't work as effectively. That's the
a
whole
lot of
thing.
friction,
Right.
no?
Yeah, and that's not good for
and
the
that,
latex.
you don't want that. Yeah,
No.
you're right. No,
So
no.
guys didn't double up. That
I
was
don't
an
think
urban
so.
myth.
I think
it
it was sort of a joke that you were saying. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Gross.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right,
Oh,
and welcome to the podcast.
Yeah. There we go.
What are we going to talk about, my little friends?
I'm trying to see if there's any questions.
Something happened to me recently that was really embarrassing.
Oh.
I say this every week and then I can never remember what it is.
Oh.
Well, I'll bring up a topic. I'm sure I've talked about it before, but we'll see.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
I mean, this is the podcast.
Yeah.
I've never been more ready.
You really? I've seen you more ready.
Yeah.
than
Never.
this.
I
Never
feel like
more
you're
ready.
not ready at all, actually.
I'm very ready.
A lot of
Okay.
people don't know you're lying down.
Yeah. This is how I do the podcast. Horizontally.
I have to ask you guys collectively as a group here. I have not, and I refuse to until maybe November. I have not put away my summertime furniture yet outside.
No,
Okay.
we haven't either.
Yeah.
Because I hold out hope
Yeah.
that I'm going to still be out there, but every day, like
Yeah.
this week, for example, it's been like 13, and I'm like, no, it's too cold.
Oh, you don't
Yeah.
have a fireplace.
Oh,
you gotta
we
get a
have
gas
fire pits.
fireplace. Yeah. Oh, you
Yeah.
have a fire pit. Not the same.
That's a
We have
lot
a
of work.
fireplace right there, and it keeps it so warm.
Yeah.
That we can sit out with a little blanket and like
do
have
you?
a tea and a glass of wine. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
For sure. I use it a lot, actually.
Okay, when do
just-
you pack it in? That's the question.
It'll be usually like for snowfall we'll go
Yeah.
out.
Oh,
'cause
see, I
it's
like to do it before the
We
snow
like to do it
hits.
before the snow too. That way, it's put away, it's dry. I don't have to worry about it.
There's never really the only thing we have to bring down are the cushions, and then we have a huge cover that just goes over everything.
Oh, that's
Super
easy.
easy.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, Brady, what about you? You leave your stuff out all
I
winter?
have
or-
to. I have to leave it. I don't have space,
yeah.
right? I live in like a smallish condo, but
Yeah.
a small condo, but the balcony is huge. It's massive. So we have nowhere to put all of our patio furniture. So
Right.
we just have a bunch of tarps that we stare at all winter. Well, I don't know what else to do with it.
You can draw faces on the tarp.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, we
You're
can
like
do
your
that.
friends.
Yeah, but it's just a winter wasteland on our balcony all
Yeah.
winter anyway. We can't go out there.
Could you
There's-
shovel it if you wanted to?
we could, but where do we put it? We're on the fifth
Dump it on
floor.
your-
We're just-
You can't just throw it off the balcony.
That's exactly
Yeah.
it. So we're kind of stuck. It's just snow.
Like a blow dryer.
you can totally throw off your balcony at like 3 in the morning.
Yeah, but I think people would know where it's coming from.
Would they?
Well, yes.
it.
You're the only one
The
out
cleared off balcony
Yeah.
with all the snow below it? Yeah, they'll figure it out quickly.
But what are we gonna do anyway? It's not like we're
Yeah.
using the balcony, right? We're not making like a mini skating rink out there.
Right.
Oh, fun. See, you should do that.
Oh, no.
Or like a slide or something. Little toboggan
Yes!
hill. But like
Yeah.
a really little toboggan hill.
Wait, or isn't there glass on your balcony?
Yes.
I feel like that
Yeah.
could go
Uh-huh.
so bad, just right
Yes.
through the glass, and then you
That's
die.
true.
All of this is a
You
bad
know,
idea.
when you're having some beverages with your friends,
Yeah.
up in the, you guys know the expression, pressed ham.
Yeah.
No.
What is pressed
Is
ham?
that when you put your butt up against glass?
That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
I'm actually shocked that hasn't happened yet.
It's going to, I'm
Well,
sure.
no, you'd have to be on the other side looking in for it to
You
work.
just have to be inside the condo.
Oh,
There's like
yeah,
glass
you've got
everywhere.
windows. That's
Yeah.
right.
You just put your butt
I
on
can't
there.
believe it hasn't happened at your house.
Once
That
it
is
happens
shocking.
once, it's going to open the floodgates. And
Right.
you're going to be cleaning
But
butt prints
everybody-
off
yeah.
every window
That's
in your place.
true. Oh my god, the Windex I'm gonna have to
Yes.
invest in.
But if you do
Worth
that,
it.
if you have the butt print
Yeah.
on there, you paint it orange and it's a pumpkin.
That's
Hey.
What if I just put orange paint on my butt and I put pumpkin
Exactly.
prints
There you
everywhere?
Yeah.
Guys, this is so festive.
yeah.
That's a great
All right,
idea.
well, Brady's going to go and do that, and we're going to start the Hot Tub Podcast.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady. Find the gang on their socials. Follow at Mahler, at One True Rush, at Hot Flash Jenny, and at Brady Jones Radio.
This is a creepy time of year, the Halloween times, you know.
Yes.
Is this a good time to ask if your house is haunted?
Ooh, fun, yeah.
I guess so.
Guys, in a survey, you know I believe in ghosts. In a survey, 42
We've heard.
Yeah. 42% of people say they have felt a paranormal presence in their home or at least something or someone they couldn't see.
Sure.
42%. 37% have heard unexplained sounds like footsteps or voices, and 18% claim they've actually seen apparitions or ghostly figures. Despite all of that, only 16% of people actually think their home is haunted. Although that might not be a huge deal, 24% of people say they would buy a house that's haunted if the price was right.
Oh, would you, Jenny?
No. I don't want a
matter
haunted
what?
house.
What if it was a happy ghost?
Oh, no.
We have a happy ghost that lives with us.
Do
No,
Yeah, his
that's
name's
not
Herman.
true.
Herman the ghost.
Herman the
Hey,
Yeah.
Hermie.
He's very happy. He moves things around
true.
sometimes. We make dinner together. He gets the spices for
Oh,
me.
that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Listen,
there you go.
if it was somebody I knew, like I've definitely felt my grandfather around.
Yeah.
For sure.
Is he
I haven't
here
felt
now?
no, only at my house. I
Herman's
haven't felt
here.
my grandma yet. Herman
Herman's here.
follows
He's
you?
here. Yeah.
I thought he was a ghost at your house, but he comes with you everywhere you go.
travels
He
with
travels sometimes.
With
yeah.
spices? Or?
Yeah, well, he goes. Only when
The
we're
sage.
cooking.
Yeah.
He goes. portal to portal. That's how he travels.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a portal
Okay.
above you.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Yes,
Oh.
there's no portal in this room.
Yeah, there is right above you.
Ridiculous.
Sure.
Now, tell me you guys haven't felt energy being weird.
Never.
Or feeling like, oh.
Honestly, no.
No, I want to play along and I want to help you, but no.
I would love to. I would love to be in a situation where I'm like, oh, now I believe. You know, I would love to see a ghost. I would love to have
Herman,
that
Go
experience.
see Brady.
What is he, a dog?
He's friendly. Do you feel him now?
Kind of.
Yeah, there you go. See?
No, just recently, though, I was lighting candles for Thanksgiving, and one was like right down to the bottom, so I had to replace it. So I was just going to throw it out, and I'm not even there's
Come
a
on.
dime underneath.
And
the
what does that
candle.
mean?
That's usually what your loved ones will send you. They'll send you dimes just to let you know that they're around. So I just thanked my
So they
grams.
didn't catch
and-
up to the times then. They're
Yeah,
just still leaving
inflation's still there.
Well, they
Okay.
didn't leave a penny. Okay.
Okay, sure. I think times
No,
are
but
tough,
it's
though.
always been dimes is a major sign that
Like
they're
a gift
trying
card
to-
would have been great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
Right behind you.
Like an Amazon
Grandma
gift
ghost.
card.
No, I wish I felt something,
me
Jenny.
too.
I just,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh, I feel it all the time. I can feel when energy is off for sure.
Yeah.
Or when somebody's just around, and I'll talk to whoever it is. I have a feeling like I know who it is.
Yeah.
So I'll just say, hi Grams or hi Grandpa.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing. And
But you see,
All is good.
you're very subjective with your beliefs.
Yeah.
Like you say that, but you just like Herman's here,
Dismissing-
and you're like,
right.
no, I don't feel him. That's not real.
Herman the Spice Ghost does not exist.
He's not a spice ghost. He just hands me spices when we cook.
Yeah, honestly, I don't believe he exists, but it kind of smells like cinnamon.
There you go.
How much
Weird.
cooking are you doing with cinnamon?
Which depends. That's more baking. Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, but Herman is not
But
here.
you can't do that.
See?
Why not?
But
You
oh,
want Rush to believe that
ghosts
you're
are
talking to
real.
your grandfather
No.
and he's leaving dimes.
What else
You
does
gotta
Herman
b-
do with you, Rush?
well, sometimes he plays.
Wow.
Please,
All of this is getting nice later.
No.
hang on.
Hey, Herman's not dirty like that. Yeah.
No, because you don't consider it dirty either, you weirdo. I got a new nickname for Herman.
Yeah. I get it. He gets
Dirty
picked on a lot because sometimes he,
Dirty Hermie.
Dirty Herman.
that's what they called him. Yeah.
Oh, Dirty Herman.
What?
Herman!
Bro, Brady, why?
What fell on
happened?
you?
Chucked money at me.
Were those dimes?
Herman! What?
Herman. And it's dimes, not quarters.
Well,
Dirty
maybe
Herman.
Herman didn't have
Herman's
dimes.
very generous. Oh, Herman
Oh,
wants to know if
God.
you have change.
Yeah, here you go.
Yeah, he
Herman.
needs a dime and a
yourself
nickel
some-
back.
And now he's
Cinnamon.
stroking your hair. It's so weird.
weird.
He's so dirty, Herman. Dirty
Herman
Herman.
does like to
old
play,
Herman.
doesn't
Well,
he?
keep in
Rush?
mind, he's been dead a long time.
What does that
Oh, God,
mean?
yeah.
Well, you know, it's been a while for Herman.
What are you saying? I'm bottom of the barrel.
Just saying.
Herman's that desperate. He's going for you.
He doesn't really understand how things work in 2023. He gave you a quarter and was hoping.
Why does it smell like nutmeg in here?
So
Herman.
much baking.
I'm glad you said Meg.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
I nominate Jenny to spin the wheel of
All right.
fun.
Oh, don't mind
come
if I
on.
do.
Jenny, let's go.
Good spin.
Thank you. Been working on it.
Yeah.
Oh, and a fun game. Let's go. Because we're basically walking encyclopedias when it comes to music lyrics, and definitely don't have any problems remembering lyrics at all. Ever. Not even once. Now it's time to play Lyric Shuffle on the Morning Hot Tub with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady. Okay, welcome to Lyric Shuffle, my friends. A very, very simple game. I'm going to say a word, and then you're going to have 5 seconds to sing a song with that word
Yes.
in
Right.
it. as a lyric. It doesn't have to be the first word. It can be really any word, and it can be any song. You're just under the clock. You got 5 seconds.
And we have to sing it.
Have to say it.
Yes.
Can't just say it.
Very important. You do have to sing it.
Right.
And we're going to get progressively harder and harder and harder as the game goes, which means we're going to start you off with some pretty easy ones, some
I
layups.
feel like mine are always hard.
Yours are, I mean, it is random.
You want to isolate that?
Oh my God.
All right, we begin with Mahler.
Yeah.
Okay, your first word
I hope
is...
it's levitating.
Levitating. All right, here we go. Your first word is, and again, super easy to get things kicked off. Your first word is girl.
Girl, you know it's true. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I love you.
Oh, good
All right,
for
there
you.
you go. Well
That's
done.
so good.
See, it's so easy.
God, I suck at this game. I couldn't even think of one. Oh, boy.
You couldn't think of a girl one?
No.
Oh, no.
Come on.
Okay, that's not great.
No.
Okay. All right, Rush, are you ready?
Okay.
Okay, your word is night.
Nights in white satin.
Take
that's
your word for it, I guess.
the Moody Blues.
Yeah, it was the Moody Blues.
God.
That's where you went with night?
That's
Yeah.
what, yeah.
Okay.
I think
all
that's the late 60s,
Yeah, I think
wasn't
so,
it?
yeah.
Okay. I guess you got to just go with what you...
Yeah, what comes to your head.
You don't have a lot of time.
Right.
When something comes in
Yeah.
there, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Nights in white satin.
Uh-huh.
Again, super
Yeah.
easy ones here just to get things
Yeah.
kicked off. Jenny, your word is shake.
Shake it off. Shake it off.
Shake it
off.
off.
Good
Shake
work.
it off.
Easy.
All right.
Easy.
Well done.
That's perfect. See,
thank you.
yours
I think
aren't
that's
harder
the
than
first
anybody
time
else.
that Jenny didn't make up her own
I
song.
know. I'm very excited. I'm on fire.
All right, let's get a little bit harder. We're going back to Mahler. Mahler, your word is
Yes.
mom.
Does mama count? Your mama don't dance and your daddy don't rock and roll.
I think it counts. I said, hey, I said nights when it was
I
nights.
said Stacy's
I think it
mom.
works.
Stacy's, yeah, I'm sorry, Mahler. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's fair. That's
Mom
fair.
and mama, it's just a little too
I guess
different.
it's different. Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, I understand.
Yeah,
There was
okay.
a mom song.
Yeah. All right, we're going on to Rush here.
Yeah.
Rush, you ready?
Okay,
Your
yeah.
next word is again. Wow.
Jenny, you could pull
Oh
in the
my
lead.
God. I could beat Rush.
Wow. Wow.
Okay.
Wow. Are you ready? And honestly, I think this one's kind of a
Can
layup
anybody
too.
think of an again song?
When will I see you again?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that's
That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, ready?
Okay.
Your word is world.
What a wonderful world.
Yeah.
Jenny takes the lead.
Oh my
Let's
gosh.
go.
What is happening?
I don't even know.
Okay, we're gonna get a little bit harder here.
What are you? You're really,
Me and you.
that's a terrible impression.
That's perfect. And I think to myself,
What a wonderful world.
all right, hard mode. Mahler, you ready?
Okay.
Isolate that.
Boy, oh boy.
Isolate.
Your word is
Yeah.
mind.
Always on my mind.
Oh, good one.
You were
Yeah.
always on my mind.
Man, that was
Well done.
right at the end. Well
Yep,
done.
Yep.
You
You
got that.
got it in. Okay. Rush.
Isolated.
Oh my God. Rush. Your word is memory.
Memories. That's not the same song from Cats.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I guess. Okay. And Jenny, your word is make.
You make me want to leave the one I'm with and start a new relationship.
Oh, some Usher.
Let's go.
Jenny's
yeah,
3 for
yeah.
Thank
3.
you.
Make me wanna.
That's
I
incredible.
don't even know what's happening.
Did she just win?
No. Well, we got one more round left. This is
okay.
the God
But
mode.
I think so. I
Okay.
think she has. I don't think we can catch her.
Well, you could tie her.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
luck.
Okay.
These are really tough now. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Mahler, your word is
Jeez. Yeah.
thick.
Oh.
I don't think
No.
there's a thick song.
I don't.
Thick and love.
Oh, yeah. Thick 30. Lizzo. She says thick. In her,
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thick 30. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
yeah.
I don't know the other
I
words
wouldn't have
around it,
gotten
though.
that in time,
That's a
but-
tough
No.
one. Again, guys, we're in the hard mode here. Okay.
Yeah.
Except I do know one for Rush's. Rush, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Your word is Bridge.
Like a bridge over troubled water.
Yeah.
So easy.
I don't even know what that is.
Thank you.
Really?
Oh,
Nice.
come on.
By who?
What?
I was going to say
Simon and
Tovlo.
Garfunkel.
I
Come on.
crashed my car into a bridge. I don't care. Different generations. Okay, Jenny, your word is.
That wasn't Tovlo.
I was
I
getting
like
Tovlo
it.
and
no,
what's
that's
her
not
name
Tovlo.
confused.
Icona Pop?
Icona Pop.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, Jenny, your word
You
is.
can stick your generation wherever you are, Brady. He killed you. He just schooled you.
Jenny, your word is for the win.
Yeah.
Green.
I love green pastures.
Okay.
It's nighttime.
And she Jenny to end the
And
game.
Jenny's back
Yeah.
in the nighttime. There you go. Way to go, Jenny.
Oh, all right.
You tied Rush.
I've never won a lyric game like that.
Okay.
Ever.
No, you still haven't.
I don't.
No. We can do like an overtime if you want, really
tied.
quick.
Yeah.
Oh, we're tied?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I won.
No.
No, you're tied.
So I'm paying attention. We need to break this.
Do you want to
Okay,
do
sure.
an overtime really quick?
Yes,
Okay,
please.
Really
All right.
quick.
But
Okay.
then can I play?
I never
Sure
won.
you can.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
sure.
for sure.
Yeah, you can play. Why not? Consolation prize.
We'll do another round.
All right.
I could tie them, right?
If we both get
yeah.
it wrong,
Yeah, I guess so. If
Yeah.
they both get
Yeah.
it wrong.
Yeah.
Mhm. I don't think they will.
Well.
Because these are pretty easy. Okay, Mahler, you ready?
Yeah.
Just because I only have easy ones left. Your word is lucky.
Ooh, what a lucky man he was.
Yeah, it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't even know that one.
Simon and Garfunkel, I assume.
No.
I was going to go with Britney and Lucky, but
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She's so lucky.
I don't even know how to sing that, though.
She's a star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's, featuring Tovlo. Rush.
Okay.
Your word is
Yeah.
wind.
Wind of change, take me to the magic of... It's the Scorpions.
Oh, God. Good for you.
Yeah.
You have the most obscure songs.
Yeah.
I don't know any of these songs. And Jenny, your word is high.
Hi, it's me. I'm the problem. It's me.
There it is. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
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 I won.
All right.
Guys,
Nope,
I won.
you tied
Hi
again.
was
You
easy,
You
but
still tied.
Tied
why
again.
can't I do math? Oh, my God. I can think of lyrics, but I can't do math. I can never do both.
But congratulations on a tie.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll take it.
that's
Thank you.
There you go. That's lyric shuffle.
Lyric shuffle.
That's
Yeah.
what that's called. Yeah.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
I don't know why. I think I love conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
Oh, you absolutely do. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't believe any of them.
Well-
but no, I pretend to, sure. I do.
Yeah.
But I think they're so neat.
Well,
the way
you-
they
you-
take a whole chunk
They do.
of society
Yeah.
into believing this stuff.
Right.
You do tend to believe that everything is a big cover-up and a big distraction, which
Yeah.
I would put under the lump of conspiracy theories. So
I used to
You do.
love conspiracy theories.
I don't think I do.
I think you do. You think that things happen and things are done on purpose to distract from other things. And
Yeah,
you
that's
see
true.
that more
That's
often.
true.
Oh yeah, that is,
And that's a conspiracy theory.
But that's also been proven sometimes, though too.
And sometimes
it's
not.
It's not a conspiracy theory if it's been proven right. Well,
Well,
no,
yeah, but-
some have. They've
Some have,
admitted
for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
One of the conspiracy theories, yes.
Oh yeah, like messing with the news cycle is definitely a thing, right?
It is
but doesn't
definitely
mean
a thing.
that everything
Yes.
is
Right,
trying to
that's what
contribute
I'm
to the news
saying.
cycle.
But
Right.
I mean,
No.
like the moon landing and stuff, we understand, and it's nice. Is more for kids.
See, I used to think those were like fun to dig into and see
Yeah.
like all the different perspectives and watch those like wild YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Then I got a little older and I was like, oh, people actually believe all
Yeah.
of this.
Yeah.
You know? And then it just got sad.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's sad all the time.
I think
Okay.
it's wonderful to question. I think
Sure.
it's
Sure.
it's important that we question what is presented to us in all areas of our life.
Sure.
Because
For sure.
as much as people, believe in the moon landing being fake, it's just like if people believe in aliens, it's all just kind of what you believe in, and nothing really is proven, right? No? Yes?
Yeah, I guess it depends on what
depends
we're
on
talking
the
about.
thing,
But
yeah.
yeah, I see
Like
what you're
I
saying.
think some
Like nobody would say if you believe in aliens, you're a conspiracy theorist,
Right.
at this point, no.
No.
right?
But there's like I think it's more things that are what we take for like the landing on the moon, for example. It's 99% of people believe that we landed on the moon because we have evidence to suggest that we did land on the moon.
Yes.
Same thing as it's a flat Earth, something like that. To go against the
Right.
grain on those is a little bit different than
Yes.
than aliens.
Yeah,
or
I
something
would
like
agree.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna walk off the earth one day.
Okay.
I'm so sorry you said that.
That's right.
Don't worry, you can land on the moon. Anyway, one of the big conspiracy theories for many, many, many decades now is Bigfoot.
Yeah.
And this has been floating around the last couple of days. I don't know if you've seen it. Shannon and Stetson Parker celebrated their 10th anniversary over the weekend by doing some sightseeing. They took a train ride through a remote part of Colorado.
Okay.
And were in the last two seats of the caboose with a great view. So at some point, they noticed some movement. Then the person next to them started filming, and it does look like Bigfoot wandering around
God, it does.
Colorado.
There you go.
Or someone in a Bigfoot costume,
Yeah.
you know, if you don't want to believe it. This is supposedly in an area with limited access to cars, so you can see the video. It's definitely not a bear.
No,
That's
it's
what
not a bear.
They've figured that out. A few people online thought it might have been a hunter in one of those suits that snipers would wear, for example.
Ghillie suits or
Not
something.
that.
Suit, yeah.
And they also spent, the guy here, Stenson, spent 10 years in the Air Force and says it definitely was not that.
Okay.
Whatever he wants to say,
Okay.
sure. He says he even asked a conductor of the train to stop, and they said no. They asked if it was a prank for Halloween. They said no. Whatever it was walking on two legs at the start of the video. Then it squats down like it's trying to hide or maybe even go to the bathroom. I don't know.
Yeah.
And what do you think? Is that
Interesting.
Bigfoot?
It
See?
looks like...
But it's not, right?
It looks like a guy in a ghillie
It
suit.
does.
But here's what's fun about it. Let's pretend that it is. You know, it's just fun. It's fun. It just brings the world together.
Sure.
We get movies like Harry and the Hendersons because of it.
That's true. Yeah.
If we don't have this stuff, then what are we doing?
Listen.
We have Harry and the Hendersons, for
Yes.
example. We also have Apollo 13, all fiction.
That's right, all fiction.
I kind of love the idea of it being just a guy who has like a Bigfoot costume that goes out into the remote wilderness waiting
Yes.
for trains.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Like
That's
that's
awesome.
fun. That's what a great
I
prank.
think that is
Right.
fun, yeah.
And he just never reveals
It
himself.
really
you know?
is quite
Yeah.
remote, though. Like,
It is.
this guy would have
Especially
had
if
to
you can't-
hike a long
You can't
way.
get access to it.
No.
So he's breaking the law
Yeah.
by being in a non...
And what is he getting out of this?
That-
to do
This. He's
Yeah.
getting his
But-
kicks with this.
Really?
Yeah.
That everyeverybody's talking about it, and he's like, that was
Sure.
me, but he can't tell anybody that was
I
me?
would totally do that
Would you?
if I knew that I could prank the world.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Or you just tell like your family, like your wife and your kids. You know what I mean? Like, how fun would that be? Imagine
Yes.
today, Mahler, you go home and you're like, hey,
Yeah.
this was me.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
amazing.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Brady, I'm going to tell everybody it's me.
You should, yeah. You're in Colorado.
You're buying ghillie suits.
Yeah.
And you're like, look, it was mine.
Who's going to prove it otherwise?
Exactly.
Yeah, the way it sits is very human.
Yeah. And the way it's
Resting the
walking and
arms,
stuff.
yeah.
But now Bigfoot is supposed to be kind of human,
Yeah.
right? So
Sort of, yeah.
It kind of fits the narrative.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting.
It is, right?
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
And I love that if the couple's in on it, that they bought 2 tickets on this train, they
Yeah.
dropped the guy off.
Okay.
Okay, we're
Yep.
going to film it this time. We're
Right.
going to ask the conductor that.
be, yeah.
I
Yeah.
love all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I love
I feel like that's probably more likely, but I believe it a little bit too. I think it could be. I believe that Bigfoot exists somewhere.
Yeah, well, you know what? Everything they pull out of the ocean, I believe anything's possible.
That's
Yeah.
true.
But what's roaming the earth?
Sure.
Right?
Yeah, but the ocean is different. The ocean is so vast.
Oh, I think there's parts of like the Amazon or whatever that we haven't even seen yet.
I mean,
which-
we're
Yeah.
still finding new species of things. Now, granted, they're usually very small bugs
Right.
and stuff, but we're still finding new things.
Yeah.
Of course,
who knows?
but for things that size
You know.
to be living in Colorado, like there's hikers
Maybe,
in Colorado.
maybe it's
There's
time to
people-
talk to the Hendersons again and see if they're hiding something.
Well, did you see what he tried to do? He looked like a bush. If you're not looking for Bigfoot, you may not be able
Right.
to find him.
Right.
You know? He
like right
squatted
outside
into
our
bush.
studio window, Brady. That could be right there. That could be Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Baby Bigfoot.
He's so consistent every day. He's there.
Yep.
He wants you to say hi to him every time you walk by. Hi, Brady.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
The record for the world's largest gourd is in the
Hey,
yeah.
Rush, you got it. Congratulations,
Yeah.
buddy.
Working hard.
Nice gourd.
Thanks.
I love the word gourd.
Yeah,
it's one
it's
of
a
my
fun word.
favorite
It is,
words.
yeah.
Anyway, it's back in American hands. The World Championship Pumpkin Weigh Off was on Monday near San Francisco, and the winner was a 2,749-pound pumpkin grown in Minnesota.
That's a big gourd.
Yeah, the previous record was a pumpkin out of Italy. It weighed in at 2,702 pounds.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was back in 2021.
The Italian gourds are often tough to beat.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know, a lot about gourds. So this one was 47 pounds heavier. A few more details on the new largest pumpkin ever grown. Its name is Michael Jordan, the guy who grew it named after him because the year is 2023. Jordan wore 23, and he was hoping it might be the greatest of all time.
There you go.
Okay, well, that's pretty good.
That grower is 43-year-old Travis Ginger.
He's
I think I'm
also a
saying that right.
shower.
He's a grower and a shower.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
So he teaches horticulture at a tech college in Minneapolis, and he's been growing pumpkins since he was a teenager. He also broke the American record last year.
What a hobby.
Yeah. Right? The payout is $9 a pound.
Oh.
So he sold it for like $25,000.
What do you do with that?
Yeah, who's buying that? How
Yeah.
many, like, you're making a lot of pies?
Costco.
Yeah.
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 It's not even like it's going to be a pumpkin that you can, carve, make it look nice, because when they're that big, they're not very
I don't
round.
know what
They're
they do with it.
I
I don't
don't know.
know. They do.
What do
They do with it? So that, by the way, selling it for $25,000 only net him around $10,000 because it cost $15,000 to grow, but he got an extra $30,000 for breaking the record.
costs
so
a
he made
lot
about
to
$40,000.
grow a big gourd.
Yes.
Is that 'cause he has to-
You'd know that.
Yeah. You would know.
I'm not at that level.
No.
Did you remortgage?
I've had to several times. Yeah.
This was the 50th World Championship. The first was back in 1974 when the winning pumpkin weighed 132 pounds.
Yeah.
Child's
Wow.
play.
Come a long way.
That's right.
I have a
For sure.
challenge.
If I tried to enter this, I'd get squashed.
Oh, my God.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah, it wasn't that good.
Do you think that right now
Gourd one.
the banana phone is open? Because we all love the word gourd,
Gourd.
so
Yes.
much.
Yeah, it's so good.
Do you think that we could get 5 people in a row that every time we answer the call, they just say the word gourd and hang up?
That's a weird thing to
And
do,
hang
but
up.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure we can
So
do that,
we
yeah.
call them.
No,
No,
just
they
right
can't
now.
call us.
Okay.
We
Right
say
now.
hi, they say gourd, and then they hang up.
Yeah, I like
Okay.
Jenny's idea better. Let's just call random phone numbers.
Gourd.
And see if they say
Because
gourd.
the answer to that is no.
And
be
remember,
hard.
we have to be pronouncing it properly.
Gourd.
It's not
Gourd.
like
Gourd.
gourd,
It's
like
not
a
gourd.
name. It's
No.
gourd.
Gourd.
Yeah.
Right,
All
exactly.
right, so should we just take 5 random calls on the
Yeah,
banana phone?
Sure.
I want to see if our wonderful listeners will disappoint or not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What do
They'll
you
nail
think?
this.
So if they say hi, then we have to start
Yeah,
over?
exactly. Or
Okay.
the game's over. What do you
Okay.
want to do? The game's over? If they say hi?
It
Yeah.
depends how quick it happens.
Okay, well, let's see.
Because I think we can do 5 in a row.
Okay.
Let's try this.
Okay, go for it. Hi, morning hot tub.
Gourd!
That's good.
There it is. There's one.
See, that was more gourd.
That was really good.
Yeah, that
Gourd.
worked.
Gourd.
That's still okay.
Yeah, all right,
Gourd.
next one.
Gourd.
Hi, morning hot tub.
Gourd!
Wow.
That was a good one.
Passionate.
Really good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
okay.
love
Yeah,
your
better
gourds.
gourds.
That was almost a question at the end, too. Yeah.
All right, let's do one more. Hi, morning hot tub.
Gourd!
Okay, yep, all right.
They almost
Yeah,
want
he
to say
was
hi.
oh.
I know.
He was
So
close.
exactly.
Oh, yeah. What am I supposed to say here? Okay.
One more. Here we go. Hi, morning hot tub.
Gourd!
Great.
Everybody's putting their
And
own
gone.
spin on it.
Yeah.
That's
One
great.
last
A
call.
little razzle
We didn't
dazzle.
ask them to do that. We just asked them to say gourd.
know.
But
No,
hey, they're rolling with it. And I love it.
I kind of like that they're doing it.
Yeah.
Hi, morning hot tub.
Gourd!
All right,
Yes.
good, excellent.
Oh, I thought we maybe
There you
were
go,
going to
5
lose
for
it.
5.
Yeah.
Wow.
That
Oh, I
was
love it.
great.
We've got
I
great
could do this
listeners.
all
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
But we only asked for 5.
This all day. I think after about 29, it
You
would
might
get
be
Yeah,
done, yeah.
probably
Maybe
low
that
for
would be
me.
the cutoff.
Yeah.
No, I disagree. Let's go for 30. Here we go. Come on. Who's up? Let's go.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
Let's be upbeat and happy, guys. What do you say? Here we go.
Now it's time to play Brady's on the Morning Hot Tub with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
Oh, happy days. Oh, happy days. Welcome to Brady's Game of Joy, where every week I make the rules and they do whatever I say.
Yeah.
And they love it.
No.
And everybody loves it.
That's not true. I don't think anybody likes this game.
Guys, you know what I love?
What?
The fact that it's back. The single most important thing in all of our lives has returned.
What's that?
Hockey.
Oh, yeah.
It's back, baby. NHL kicked off this week. We're all so pumped about it. As a kid, I was a very average hockey
Okay.
player. Okay.
Yeah.
But I love to talk, obviously.
Yeah.
Is this a therapy session or what are
Yeah.
we doing here?
Yeah. Just keep talking, then we'll be out of time.
And so I would always pretend that I was a play-by-play person.
Oh, God.
Now, you guys are extremely talented broadcasters, like some of the best in the country. And so I know you could probably really sell play-by-play calls. So let's hear them. You
This
guys
is-
are going to be play-by-play commentators today.
This is, I could never, ever do this job.
Yeah, I don't
my
do
brain does
play-by-play
not
well at all.
absorb stats
no.
or
Not
player
good either.
names
Yeah, I
or
don't-
anything
I don't
like
You're gonna
that.
be
quickly.
great.
Yeah.
In fact, Jenny, I think you're going to be so good that you're actually going to start for us today. Yeah, so you're going to click that link that I emailed you, the first
Yeah.
one there, Jenny, and then just pause it as soon as you open it. And Rush, if we can have a little bit of audio from Jenny's computer
course,
so
sure,
that we
yeah.
can hear it in the background. Jenny, you're going to be doing Sidney Crosby's golden goal at the 2010 Vancouver Olympics. It's overtime, gold medal game, Canada versus the U.S. This is like one of the biggest moments in Canadian hockey history.
Yeah.
Take it away.
Oh, God. Okay, the USA has the puck, and they're going to the net. And, there goes Canada getting in the way. And Canada's trying to get it back to their zone. Oh, USA shoots, and our goalie saved it. And Canada's trying to take it back to their zone again.
A lot of zones.
So many zones.
Oh, no. And we tried to shoot, didn't work. Or tried to score, didn't work. We did shoot. And then we scored. We scored, and I'm assuming it was Sidney Crosby. And what a goal, and they're very excited. Everyone's happy. What a game.
I love that you're living in the past.
Yeah.
Like this
That was
happened.
good.
You're not actually calling it like it's happening now.
I thought that was great.
mean,
You did a nice job.
It was
Oh,
okay.
I guess not.
It was okay.
No.
But I want more enthusiasm. You could have sold it a little bit better. Don't worry.
Really?
The guys are going to do great.
Oh, I'm
The
sure.
guys are going to do
I am not
fantastic.
gonna do well
Over to
at all.
Mahler. You're actually going to do the same game.
Oh, nice.
You're going to do
Okay.
the first goal in that game, and it's Jonathan Taves who scores the goal. Okay? So just click that. Pause
Doesn't
it.
matter to me.
Well, I'm just saying. Okay. Oh, here we go.
All right, there's some fans in the stands checking out what's going on right now. And maybe it's the players' wives and girlfriends, but it doesn't matter. The action's still on the ice. Look at this guy go. He's got the... And what a save. That was a score.
That was a score.
It sure was.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that was great.
That was good.
That was good. Nailed it. I thought it was
That
good.
was a score.
I thought you did well.
Was it a question?
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't ready for it that
Score,
quick.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah.
hockey, baby.
You
All
never
right.
know what's going to happen.
Okay, Rush, you're probably the biggest hockey fan of the three of you guys. So let's go. You can do this. Oh, except here's the thing: you're a Leafs fan, right? So I wanted to do something for you, but I
Yeah.
couldn't find anything modern for you to celebrate. So you're actually going to commentate on a clip from the last time the Leafs won the cup, which is 1967.
God.
But of course, announcers sounded a little bit different then.
Yeah.
So if you can really, throw on that voice, you don't need to throw on your audio because it won't work anyway. So you just need to
They didn't
commentate
have
what you
audio
see.
then.
They didn't have audio at the time, exactly. Yeah. So you could really crush it. And again, you got to sound old timey. You know the voice. Okay. All right. Here we go. 1967. It's the Leafs and the Habs. This is the last time the Leafs.
And so
won
there's
the
no
Stanley
audio
Cup.
here at all?
No,
So it's
there's
just
no audio. Just you, all you, and I'll throw some background noise for you.
All right, face off here in the Maple Leaf zone. I don't know what the score currently is because it's not on the screen. We don't have that technology yet, see? But one day, you're going to see numbers and words on the screen, and we'll be able to see exactly what's going on. So if you walk in a room, you'll understand what's been happening. Oh, the puck drop. Leafs control. Breaking out past the blue line. Up to the center line. Shoots and scores on the empty net.
That's not bad.
That's really good.
That's not bad. That's a pretty good.
Very
job.
good.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'll give you a day
Very
of that. Hey, well done, guys. But hockey was a little too easy, I think.
Oh,
No.
no.
Yeah, we're going to change it up here a little bit. Maybe something that you guys, maybe a sport you're familiar with or not familiar with, or just some different sports here. Jenny, your next one, I would love for you to commentate a ping pong point.
Oh, my God.
Okay, this is good.
It's just 1 point. It just happens
Yeah.
to be a little bit of a lengthy one.
God.
Okay, are you ready? It's going to hit you really quick. So here we go. Go ahead,
Okay.
whenever you're ready.
Okay. Okay. So they're back and forth. Guy in the red is just over the thing, and he just fires back. This guy doesn't even know what to do. He's turning around. You think it's over? It's not over. They just keep ping ponging back and forth. It is wild. That little ball can do a lot of things.
Wow. Okay.
Hang on. There they go. We just need somebody to. Oh, it was a little mini one. Okay.
There we go. It was,
Little mini
It was a little mini one. Jenny, these
saw
are
it coming.
professional athletes.
it was a little mini one.
Yeah, they were hitting it over that thing.
Yeah.
The net.
Yeah. And they're pinging and
Yes.
ponging.
Pinging and ponging.
Yeah. Okay, Mahler.
I'm not going to make fun of you anymore
No,
because
Right,
it's
no,
exactly.
brutal.
No, you're right. And you know what I didn't like about Jenny's? Well, she doesn't really know a lot about ping pong, but here I picked something that Mahler, you know a ton about. You're going to do play-by-play for a Scrabble tournament.
Oh my God!
Yeah, so you can just
That
click
is
that and
not a
open
thing.
that. And
Okay.
there's no audience for that one, so you don't need to play anything. Rush.
Clearly.
Okay, all right. You ready? Scrabble tournament and go.
Well, I'm not used to seeing all these words. It looks like we're playing the game in Sweden today. There's many words on here that don't make a lot of sense to some layman like me. I do recognize the word only, and congratulations to that person for getting 7 points. There's also a word called thermite. Now, if you're with me, you'll open your dictionaries and we'll learn the word together. Thermite. Thermite.
Good for you.
It sounds like termite, only maybe you have a lisp. Thermite.
It's pretty good.
I thought he did well.
very
Yeah,
good.
ding for
That's
that.
very good.
You had to fill a lot of space, not a lot
thought
of
it was
action.
good, yeah.
And Scrabble.
There's a lot of words on there. Do you see that?
I know.
I don't know what that is.
My heart dropped and I was like, did I actually give him a Swedish Scrabble? Okay, no, we need real action. We need a lot of action.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And is there any more action in the world than in the sport of dog frisbee throwing? Now, to be clear, it's not the dogs throwing the frisbee.
No,
it's,
okay.
it's the owner throwing a frisbee, and the dogs run and catch it. So that's going to be yours here,
Oh,
Rush.
and it happens to be in the 1960s.
Yeah. It's from
time.
the 1960s. 1967, in fact. So we'd love your voice, and you do have some audio behind you, so you might want to turn up your computer a little bit.
Am I doing the 60s?
Yeah.
Oh,
voice
well,
or-
obviously. Can't you see it's black and white?
I think it's from the 20s.
Oh, is
Oh,
it?
yeah, the 20s makes more sense.
The 1820s. Isn't it?
All right, see? The dog is ready. Off the owner's back, and what a catch! Back to return. And he's running 15, 20, 30 yards and makes the catch. Well done, Bongo. Bongo, the dog who caught the frisbee, of course. Off his owner's back and another catch. He rolls over on his back. He's having a splendid time. Going deep now. 15, 20, 30 yards and makes the catch. And now he'll return the red frisbee to his owner. Bongo is so happy. Was that his name? Did I say it was
Sure,
Bongo?
Bongo.
Bongo is his name.
Way to go, Bongo.
Very good,
All
Rush.
right.
Rush
Well
is
done,
the winner,
guys.
hands
Oh, that
down.
was good.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, you guys made me look so bad there. You were very good, both of you.
I think you
I
all
just-
did really great.
No.
I'm going to package this up. I'll try to get you some gigs, guys.
That's great. That's a great idea.
Maybe some junior hockey. We'll start in like Kirkland Lake, Ontario, and then we'll see where it takes
Go
us.
from there.
Oh, God.
I don't even think we get the dog frisbee thing.
I don't think so.
I told you guys about that time that I did this.
Yes.
I went on, it was for like provincial championships or
Yeah.
whatever, and I went as the color person for our hockey team.
Yes.
Yes.
Where I lived, and I had never done this in my life. And I get on the mic, and the guy's doing the play-by-play, and I do the color, and all you can hear me goes, "Ooh, almost, oh."
Why did
you
they think you could do
isolate
that?
And hang on a second. That would be good.
Brady, you stomped
I
all
know.
over it.
No, that's my fault. That's my fault. Oh, that was
God.
such a good
Well,
one. But why would they? Maybe you could have done play-by-play, but not color.
I couldn't have done play-by-play.
I don't think you could have
Jenny?
done either. But
I have another question.
Yeah.
Why is it that if you did so badly and all you did is say, oh,
Yeah,
the way you
it's
did,
like, ooh,
why did you put it on your resume
that's
then?
true. Yeah, it
'Cause
is
you
on her
did.
resume.
because I did it.
Well, now that we did Brady's Game of Joy, I'm going to put this on my resume too. I've done play-by-play.
You have about as much experience.
There you go. It's Brady's Game of Joy.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
Remember when people carried actual coins, and if someone wanted a quick random result, they just flip a coin, right?
Yes.
And it turns out that it isn't as random as we thought.
What?
Yeah.
It's good
Tell
that
me
they're
more.
figuring this out now.
Yeah.
It's not as wild as you might think. But a new study has found that coin tosses actually have a slight tendency to land on the same side they started from. The study recorded more than 350,000 coin flips, and they found that coins
a lot.
landed on the same side 51% of the time.
One guy flipping one coin.
Right?
Yeah, wow.
350,000
Yeah.
times.
Yeah, and then imagine you got to like check your work after that. Like, are you sure?
Yeah. Oh.
So apparently it wasn't completely random, and it was or an unpredictable 50-50 outcome. It's just
Right.
not. It's just slightly more likely to land on the same side it started on. 51% is still close to 50, but it's statistically significant. In other words, a coin flip is still random enough to decide where to get lunch, but this research could change things for more impactful stuff like gambling, where high stakes are involved. It's not the first time someone talked about a same-side bias. Back in 2007, researchers from Stanford did the math and determined that vigorously flipped coins tend to come up the same way they started, again, 51% of the time.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like this guy
interesting.
did 350,000 flips.
Yes.
Took all the research and
Yes.
then presented it, and they said, so?
Yeah. But, I mean, you look at the NFL, don't they flip a coin?
They do, yeah.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, it's not
So
like a quarter, though. But yeah.
then that's,
So...
that's something.
Yeah, I mean,
Is it
okay.
an actual? Is it an actual coin in terms of actual real
Like a
money?
quarter?
Or is it?
No.
But it's a commemorative coin. They
Yeah.
always have like the NFL logo or the Super
So
Bowl
you
logo
couldn't
on
go
one
to a
side.
7-Eleven and buy something.
No,
with
it's
it.
not
Okay.
like a quarter or anything.
No.
Okay, I feel like it should be.
Yeah. I feel like it should be too. It's just
why?
more legit.
Well,
yeah,
no,
like
it's
what's
just-
on either side?
Like
well,
the NFL
well,
logo.
the Super Bowl logo, and then or
Oh,
something
lame.
else logo.
And
They-
with
they-
heads and tails on
yeah,
it
they
still,
make
though,
their
right?
own thing,
Okay.
yeah.
There's no, it's not heads or tails. But
They
it's something
say
else.
this will be heads and this
Right.
will be tails. Like the
Yeah.
NFL logo will be heads.
Yeah, it's a game coin. They
Yeah.
call it.
Gotcha.
I don't like it.
No.
They've been
Is that
doing
the
it
only
for
sport
years.
that they flip a coin for?
That I can think of.
Question.
Oh yeah.
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 Like why football and not soccer, for example, that they pick their side and which
I think most of the other ones are like soccer and stuff is just there's the home side that they started. Hockey's the same way. They're in their home side. It has to do with where the benches
So
are. I suppose,
actually,
right?
Australian rules football
Okay,
does it,
they
and
do it
so
too?
does volleyball.
It has
okay.
so much of it has to do with the wind. So that's why you pick your side based on the wind, and that's why they do this. So
so
Okay.
archaic.
It
Yeah.
does feel archaic. I do love the idea, though, that they didn't have regular coin and like how many times it would happen. Like, anybody have a quarter?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Like that's another great question. When did the NFL? Because they started with a real
Right.
quarter,
Yeah.
Sure.
or
Yeah.
whatever it was, a
Yeah.
nickel or whatever, and then they eventually graduated
Right.
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
something
good
else.
question.
And why?
Yeah.
What was there actual complaints about the quarter?
I
wonder.
think they just had an opportunity also to do this because you can buy the same commemorative coin.
Oh, so it's a
they-
moneymaker.
It's probably an opportunity to
okay.
sell them too.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'd be terrible. I'd be like, oh, what was heads again?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You
Like-
miss out so much.
Like
We
you
all
flip
would.
it and then you go into the guy's feet and you're
Yeah.
looking around and crawling around and your contact falls out.
That's
and
the
you're
other
not-
thing that they do. Like if you're flipping a coin, you're supposed to flip it up. You catch it and then put it on the back of your hand, right?
Yeah.
Like the NFL for these, they don't. They flip it in
Yeah.
the air. They wait till it lands on the ground, and that's
Right.
how they do
Well, yeah,
it.
because
Yeah.
I think they'd be worried about a ref being able to cheat.
Yeah, so
somehow,
that's
right?
that's the thing. I don't know when they decided. I don't know if it was always like that. Flip the coin and let it land on the ground.
Now,
Yeah.
there's apps on your phone that flip coins.
Oh, okay.
Do you think that's as random as the coin flipping you're talking about? Or is it leaning a certain, like, is
Good
AI
question.
toying with us?
I think the app is probably perfectly 50-50.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah. Because what do these like random app creators have to do now? Like, are games in the casino necessarily 50-50? Like
No.
I'd
That's the
probably
thing.
not.
I don't trust the machines. Even
No.
when if you can play.
It's not like you're
It's
80.
true though. But like if you were gonna go and play like a table game, if you're gonna play like
Sure.
blackjack or something,
Yeah.
would you want to use the computer or go to the person?
Oh, the person every
Oh,
time.
I,
Every
I
time.
like the real cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, do you
But that
feel?
just-
but do you think it's just as fair? I
I
feel like the
I
machine is
know.
not as fair.
I know what you're saying, but I feel like it's got to be
It's
legally.
so
It's got to be
regulated.
right.
You would think,
Uh-huh.
but
I don't know. I'm with you. Like there's some like casinos, and like I love blackjack, like you do, and they have like the digital dealers or whatever.
Yeah.
I
And
hate
I
it,
don't like
and
it.
I do feel like they know what they're doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Somehow I get angry at them, and like,
Yes.
there's no way.
Well,
But-
it's also like it's kind of weird when you go play a slot machine.
Yeah.
People they never use the arm, and I feel so bad for the
I
arm.
know.
I like using the arm.
Yeah.
I do.
I feel
They
like the
just-
arm
they
is
just-
dirty.
yeah.
I feel like they never wash
What do you
the
think
arm.
the
dirty?
buttons
Yeah,
are?
you're right, but I feel
Yeah.
like the buttons get a wipe down every now and then.
I
The
don't
arm
know.
just feels
You just
crusty.
you hit the button a few times, when you're like, I know what I need to do.
Yeah,
I need to
hit
pull
the
the
arm.
arm. Yeah, there we go. That'll make a difference.
And then you get your friend 3 machines over to pull the arm. 'Cause,
Yeah.
it's me. I'm the bad luck. Also in soccer, they flip a coin as well.
Oh,
They
okay.
do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, I always thought.
I think
Yeah,
it's
should've
just so
known
much
that,
of it has
maybe.
to do with wind.
Yeah.
That's why
Okay.
they do the sides
Why
that
not
way.
in hockey though? There's no wind.
Yeah, I guess not a large breeze.
Right, so they don't because there's no wind.
Oh, is that why? So they only flip a coin because there is
Yeah,
wind?
they flip. You can do it because then, like in football, you flip a coin.
But there's also kinds of stadiums now that are closed off, right?
Yeah,
So
but they
there's
just,
no wind.
They do it because they do that in the game. That's why they did it in football. It has to
Right.
do with the wind. You get to pick that side. If you get
I
to
don't
if you win the
like
Do
coin
they have
toss.
one of those big wind thingies in football?
Fans?
Yeah, no, like, or is that what they're called?
I don't know
No,
what
you know,
a wind
like
thingy
it
is.
looks like
A weather vane.
Yeah, sure.
A weather vane. I've never
So they
heard
can
that
tell
in my
which
life.
way. So they can tell
Yes.
which way the weather.
Yeah.
with the rooster.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. The other thing that they could do is stand there and know which way the wind's going.
What? Lick their finger and hold it up?
I think you don't even need to do that.
But can we also not
if the wind is
graduate-
going to be enough of a factor,
Yeah.
you would feel it.
You
But
would
these
know.
two
Okay.
teams in the NFL, can they not graduate to rock, paper, scissors?
Oh, I
Seriously.
think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Honestly.
That's not
Right?
bad.
Why are we not doing that?
Yeah.
Rock, paper, scissors, firecracker, I win!
Oh, yeah.
And the Chiefs win the Super Bowl.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
Jenny, do you mind if we just jump in
I
here?
don't mind
for,
at all. Never.
It's Fire Prevention Week
Yes.
here in the nation's capital. And we have Nick DeFazio with us right now, the Public Information Officer with, of course, Ottawa Fire. Good morning.
How's it going?
Good.
Hello.
Thanks
Good
for
to
having
see
me.
you.
I think I got the fair deal here because now I'm doing what you do, so everything's come full
Oh,
circle.
that's
is
true.
right, yes.
Right.
But you did firefighting in July. That didn't seem
Right.
fair. I have air conditioning above my head right now. Yeah.
So people go back to our socials, they'll see all of us with our fire gear doing all these challenges. And overall, Nick, what do you give us out of 10?
Oh, 10 out of 10.
Oh, wow.
Go
Agreed.
on.
Let's go.
Mid-July, I think it was plus 50 that day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It was a little warm.
It was
Yeah.
so
A
hot.
little hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you were Ottawa Fire is really pushing a Fire Prevention Week, and you were telling us about something that happened just a couple days ago with a house fire, right?
Yeah, so Fire Prevention Week is every week in October. It started on Sunday. The big message I'm pushing this week is whether or not it's safer to have your doors to your bedroom open or closed when you go to bed at night. A lot of people don't know the answer to that. It's closed. It's way more safe. We have a link right now in our bio on our Instagram for an amazing video that shows you the difference. They do 2 rooms, 1 door open, 1 closed, and light a fire in the living room beside it.
Yeah.
Very eye-opening. And
It's crazy.
yeah.
Like I think a lot of people would have said your door open. That way, if you need to escape, you can get
Yeah.
out faster.
Exactly.
This is not the case.
But I
No.
watched that video and the difference between
It's
the two
wild.
rooms. Oh my god!
Yeah.
One
Yeah.
is gone, and the other one is it's certainly not untouched, but it's compared to the other one, it's
barely
insane the
know.
difference.
Yeah, and safety can be hard to sell, right? It's always it's not going to happen to me kind of thing. But Friday night, when I already had this all planned, Friday night we had a fire on Cambridge Street. Our crews did an amazing job, showed up in 3 minutes, rescued a person out of the second floors where the fire was. His door was open. The room was torched.
Yeah.
Wow.
This was a shared kitchen, shared bathroom, and then about 5 rooms. The other rooms, the doors were closed.
Everybody's fine.
Everyone's
and
okay.
Come on.
So
That's so important.
So it makes a huge difference, and for parents, where it's our responsibility to our kids' safety. Last thing you do at night, just go make sure their doors are closed.
That's amazing.
Wow.
That's so good to know.
That's
So
really, really fast.
through
Yeah.
all your social medias, people can see this video.
Yeah.
And they should sit down with their family and watch it.
Yeah.
Really.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they take 10 random strangers and they say, which one do you think is better? And they're kind of 50-50 on it, like you. I think maybe open, closed. They don't really know. And one of them says, I have kids, so I can hear them. I leave it open. And then they have built this simulation, 2 rooms, light the fire, and it's very eye-opening. The link's in our bio. Take 5 minutes to watch it because it is the difference between life or death for sure.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are always great with the messaging,
Yeah.
and you guys are killer on social
You
media.
really are
Yes,
so
yes.
good on
So
social
good on
media.
this.
It's
yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
So we were out there with, like you said, in the summer with your crew, who were fabulous, all professionals. My daughter was there helping
Amazing.
as well.
You did amazing.
And you ended up dumping a bucket of water on all of us at the end. So we got that photo. And
rather
then,
uncalled for, but
You see the guy creeping, eh? In the
Yes,
video?
yeah.
that's right, yeah.
I had no
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah. You see his little head pop up.
and a bunch of other photos as well. And I saw you take a picture of like Brady Jones kind of posing on a fire
Yeah,
truck.
that was
Yeah.
fun.
What was that about? What were you doing?
They told me it was for a calendar. I don't know. Is this actually a thing? Like, am I going to be in the firefighters calendar?
Well, so when Brady and I were talking ideas back and forth about what we should do, and obviously we landed on doing real evolutions and giving you the real experience.
Yeah.
he said I should write the firefighter exam was one idea. I could pose for the calendar was another.
Oh, geez.
So then when he came, I talked to Marie, who runs the calendar, and I said, actually, I think I have a good idea. He's got a big following. We could do like a celebrity month in the calendar.
Oh, okay.
And Marie was all for it because she knows who he is and everything. So we did take some funny pictures and a side of Brady you've never seen before.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
for
I can't.
sure.
He came in hot on these pictures.
I bet.
Did I
Yeah.
ever? Oh, yeah.
But there is something that Brady should know about Marie.
Okay.
She doesn't exist, and we are notorious pranksters in the fire department.
No. What is happening? What is happening? What
But
are
I'll
you
tell
doing?
you, I'll tell you what does exist,
Okay.
and that's the Brady 12-month
No.
firefighter calendar, which I do have here with me
Come
today.
on in here, Brady.
Okay,
Come
okay,
get
okay.
it. Right now, for the listeners, Brady had no
No
idea
idea.
that Nick, Rush, Jenny, and I were doing
I
a
cannot
personal
wait to
calendar.
see that.
Careful,
This is
Jenny,
wonderful.
when you look at this.
So, Brady, go back into your
Oh my
microphone so we can
God.
get your
When
reaction.
you see this, you're never going to look at them the same.
No
like,
way.
like I hid this
I
from my
can't
wife. I
wait.
didn't want her to see how good this
I
was.
cannot
God.
wait to see this.
Oh my God. This is the funniest thing ever.
So I started the calendar in September.
Oh my God, Brady, no.
So it's 12 photos of Brady Jones.
Jenny, did you say you?
Oh, it's just weird to look at you in
Well,
that way.
yeah.
You know?
I actually look good. Look at September.
Oh my God.
There it is.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
no.
So
Oh,
these are
October.
good pictures of
there's
you.
some action shots in there too.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Oh,
Who's your
this is so
photographer?
cool.
This is fantastic.
But the good news is
Oh,
it's
I
being
love it.
posted to our Instagram right now.
Everybody should see this.
Oh,
Yes.
that's
Oh,
amazing.
these are so good.
I'll have to
we'll
repost
We'll
this.
get these online, eh, Brady, on our socials
Yes,
as well.
absolutely. They actually. Okay, well, they're not all great, but they're pretty good.
Oh, this is so brilliant.
I
cannot
think
wait.
October may cause fires.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yes.
This is so funny. I'm so sweaty. Wow.
Oh, that is
No, like I'm so sweaty
fun.
right now looking
Yes,
at this.
yes.
This is incredible.
Also sweaty in the pictures.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you guys
Wow.
are great sports, Nick.
Yes.
Thank you for doing
Yeah.
that.
Do you want to plug your social
if-
media?
Yeah, if you didn't
Yeah.
have a reason to go watch the video in our bio, now you definitely
Yes.
do. 'Cause
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so
watch
fun.
this first and then watch.
Oh my
So
God.
what's your handle on Instagram and
So,
Facebook and
yeah,
that?
so it's bilingual. It's at OTT for short for Ottawa, at Ott Fire Incendie. So
Okay.
all one word. Yeah, but if you just search Ottawa Fire Services,
It'll pop up
you
right
It'll
can
there.
pop
find
up
us,
as well.
All
Oh,
right,
that's
so
awesome.
that's Instagram,
Yeah, that's
Facebook.
Instagram. Yeah, Facebook, same one.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's posted right now. I have our co-op student in my car posting it right now.
Very nice.
This is
Yeah.
just.
Guys, I was so excited to
it's
be in the
up
real
there.
calendar.
You are the
Fire
calendar,
Well,
Brady.
it's a real
Yeah.
calendar.
It is
really.
a real calendar.
It is.
Oh,
This
and,
is-
and we have one for your listeners, right? We printed an extra one.
That's
so-
incredible.
That's right. So
God.
whoever
Okay.
has the best caption of where they're going to put this, hopefully a very busy lunchroom or something.
Yeah.
We will. I'll leave it with you, and you can give it to them.
That
for
sounds
one of our
amazing.
listeners.
Yeah,
Okay. Oh,
that's
do
so
that. And we'll
wonderful.
get it up on our socials as well. This is incredible.
The
Wow.
minute we put it up, though, we're going to lose thousands of followers.
think
so, yeah.
So
Yeah,
I, just,
probably.
I don't know if it's worth it.
Maybe if you look at July, but then you look at September, and I'm back, baby. Wow. That's like a boy band shot. That's
Well,
incredible.
Well, thank you, Nick, and thank you to all the
Thank you.
firefighters
Thanks
for
for having me.
everything you
Thank
guys
Thank you,
do.
Nick. That's incredible.
Thank
Thanks.
you so
Thanks so
much.
much.
Hot weather showers today, a high of 13. A chance of showers tonight will drop to 5. A mix of sun and cloud tomorrow and a high of 14. Right now it is 8 degrees at 8:13.
Did you guys know this? Did
Yes.
you know
Yes.
that this was happening?
Yes, we
Yeah,
all
we've
do
been
this.
planning for months.
Okay, I thought it was a little weird that he was like, all right, Brady, come, we need to do a shoot with you for our calendar. And I was
He
like,
pulled
what?
us aside that day and said,
Okay.
I'm going to make a Brady calendar.
Oh, that's so funny.
So you've been trying to put off this interview for like a week, and I'm like, no, just book him, Brady. Just book him on Wednesday.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
Sandra Lynn Henson has been accused of crashing a Mississippi wedding, stealing $200, and then helping herself to a slice of cake.
Okay.
She has previously been arrested in multiple states in connection to wedding crashing events.
No way.
The bride, Lexi, says her sister caught Henson in the bridal room eating a slice of wedding cake. The coordinator for the wedding came forward claiming that $200 was missing from her purse, and Henson handed the cash over when the newlyweds' families threatened to call the police. She was charged with petty larceny, trespassing, and disturbing the peace. She has also been accused of stealing wedding gifts in Alabama and of stealing cash and gift cards from a wedding in Mississippi.
So
in
it's not just
2021.
crashing the wedding.
No.
Crashing a wedding is one thing, but when you're stealing money out of purses and
Exactly.
stealing gifts, that's
Totally.
different. I mean, I guess no matter what, you're trespassing.
Yeah.
But I sort of
Right.
feel like,
Like even like you know those like wedding halls where there's like 3 weddings happening at the
Yeah.
same time.
Yes.
If people go from one wedding to another, it's like kind of tacky and weird. But at least they're just going and having a good time.
Yeah.
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
they're not really hurting hurting
They're
anybody.
not hurting anybody. They're just joining the party.
But don't
that's,
steal
that's,
gifts.
Exactly. That's one thing. This is a whole other
Don't
thing.
do
But
that.
also how humiliating being caught alone in the bridal room eating
Eating
a piece of cake.
Yeah, pretty sad. I forgot to ask you, Brady.
Yeah.
So how many people did you end up having at your wedding? Like, what was-
126.
126. How many? Because I want to know in 2023.
Yeah.
How many actual gifts did you get? I know
Oh,
you got
good question.
Yeah.
envelopes with gift cards and money.
Sure.
But how many gifts did you actually
Yeah.
get?
Like 2 or 3.
Okay.
Isn't that
Okay.
crazy?
But
Yeah.
you specifically told people you didn't want them.
Yeah,
Right?
Exactly. But like, what would you even give? You know, we
Gravy
had some
boats?
beautiful gravy boats. Exactly. It was actually my brother-in-law got us. He had an artist paint us on our wedding day, but like we had to describe her dress and my suit and stuff. He did it really stealthily, and then he had this artist like paint it exactly where we were when we got married, and we got it the
Whoa.
day after our wedding, and it looks exactly like us,
Neat.
exactly
Really
what we were
cool.
wearing, and so that was so cool.
Yeah, so that's
So
a neat
cool.
thing to have.
Yeah.
It's not
Did,
as if it's going in
exactly,
the back
it's special.
cupboard.
Did
yeah.
you see my name on that card? Because I was part of that.
Yeah.
I must have missed
Yeah,
it, but no, I did.
whatever
me
your
too.
favorite gift was, I was on that. Yeah.
Plus one, please.
Yeah, and I gave you money. So,
Of course.
you're
Wow,
welcome.
you're generous.
Yeah. No, so the whole idea now in 2023, the bridal registry is like a dead industry.
I think
right?
so.
I think
Oh,
so.
yeah.
For
I
the
think
most
it's
part.
really turned into just money because I mean a lot of the time the idea was you'd buy them things because they're moving to their
their
first
home.
home
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they didn't have anything. Everybody has things.
Exactly.
And I
So-
look at the stores that used to have like designated desk
registry.
area
Yeah.
to go
Yeah.
in and talk
Yeah.
about what you
But
wanted.
I feel like they are still a thing, though. Like, I know they're not a huge thing like they were,
No.
Right.
but I bet you it's not hard to find a bridal registry.
I think
I don't
it's
think
still
it's
a
hard,
thing
yeah.
for some places.
because it's an easy online thing for places
Yeah.
to do, right?
Right.
It's like
Yeah.
adding to your basket, but just under a different.
And let's be honest, there are some people, and many people, in fact, that still in 2023 are moving out of their parents' home, and they're both moving out and moving in together and
but
don't
they
have
still
anything.
want cash, though.
Yeah.
But they,
Cash is
I
king.
think a registry is more common for
you know
those
what
things.
we might actually see is more people like a resurgence of the registry, because I think a lot of people are now moving back in with their parents, getting rid of all of the stuff that they had because they can't afford. Well, they can afford to have rent, to make rent, but they want to save money to buy a house.
Yeah.
Like I know my brother and his girlfriend, they're talking about moving back in with my mom for a year. If they did that for 1 year, they could afford a
Yeah, but
down
I think
payment on a house.
that's exactly it, though. Like, the wedding is expensive, and
Yeah.
so you need to recoup that as much of that money as you possibly can
Yeah.
if you want to buy the
But,
house.
but,
You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
but let's say you could pay for your wedding somewhat. Your brother would rather have cash than a toaster.
For sure.
He just would.
But again, if they're getting rid of a lot of their stuff, I think they would need a toaster, and they would.
But they'll
yeah.
just take the cash and buy
a toaster.
Yeah,
I see what you're
exactly,
saying. Buy
yeah.
a toaster that they want and not have to
Yeah.
like physically bring gifts
People-
home from the wedding. Yeah,
Cash
I get
is
it.
I think
king.
there are some
Yeah.
people, and I guess less so now because we don't care, but I think older people
Yes.
did like to buy them something tangible.
Yeah.
That's a thing they
But-
enjoy
but I-
doing.
I don't
but
know, but,
they're
like-
sort of they're
My parents now
leaving,
would just
so-
they give the
yeah.
kids for their birthdays money. They just know
they
it's
don't
pointless.
care, and I just think that generation of people who bought gifts,
Yeah.
they're
But it's also
dying
different.
out.
Yeah.
Like, a wedding costs so much money now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And again, I think people are just trying to recoup as much of their cash as they possibly can.
Yeah. That's fair.
I want to ask something, but I don't know if it's appropriate, Brady.
You can ask it.
Like, is it still a thing that like Sarah's parents pay
Yeah.
for a chunk of the wedding? Like, is that tradition still alive? The bride's parents?
Right, I don't think
We,
so.
we don't really believe in that, so we didn't even ask them. We didn't put that in that position. They definitely certainly contributed,
Yeah.
as did my parents, and very, very, very generous in how they contributed. But it was
Even for both sets of
ballpark-ish,
Yeah,
yeah,
okay.
for sure. But we also contributed probably the bulk of
I do
of everything.
think you overstepped asking my parents to pay for it. I mean, I guess good for you for asking.
Sure.
Yeah.
But, and then, like, on the other side of that, since we kind of did most of the heavy I don't even want to say that because they were extremely generous. But it was very much our wedding, right? Like, we didn't have to invite random people that we didn't know. Not that they put any pressure on us to do that, but it was very much
Yeah.
our wedding and
Yeah.
our style and how we wanted to do
Well,
it.
I'm
Which is
thrilled
awesome.
our day.
because I have 2 daughters, and I certainly don't want to pay for their
Yeah.
wedding.
No.
So
There you go. Yeah.
I think you're good now.
I love the new
Yeah.
trend. I'm all about the trend.
Well,
That's
we'll see.
great.
Also, Brady, how have you not said anything to me about the bills that were in your card from us, from
The
myself and
bills?
Derek? Yeah, because I went to the ATM to get money out to give you guys.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I didn't look at what they'd given me as denomination options. I just figured, well, I asked for a certain amount, and it's going to give me like hundreds or 50s
Yeah.
at least. And it gave me 20s and 5s.
Right, it's just on brand for Jenny, if I'm being completely honest. But the amount of quarters we got and toonies and
Yeah,
stuff.
I gave you a toonie too.
Yeah, you did. Just all of our friends thinking it's hilarious to give us all of their change.
Yeah, you didn't
Very
find
funny.
So you haven't commented on any of it. Good for you.
Because I don't even remember. I have it all in a spreadsheet, but it was like so many friends just messed with us on their cards or cards that were in anyway. It was great. It was very good.
So fun.
Rush, you and I should have just, for the hell of it, gone to the basket and just taken 2/3 of the cards home with us.
Yeah, just for the hell of it.
And they would have been like, "What's going on?
Yeah.
Why didn't anybody give us?"
We should have stolen all of his money. Yes, so we should have. That would have been great.
If you like what you just heard, tell someone. They can listen to the Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady wherever podcasts are found. And if you didn't like what you heard, that's cool. Cool. All right, yeah.